Hi, I'm Peter Romeo, and I'm speaking to you from the International Foodservice Sustainability Symposium, where Julian Cribb has just come off the stage after telling us what he characterized as one of the biggest challenges of our time. Julian, could you give us a little explanation of what you meant and what that crisis is?
Absolutely. We've got to feed about 10 billion human beings come the end of this century, and everything that we need to feed them is running out. The water, the soil, the oil, the technology, believe it or not, is running out. The stable climates that we once relied on are running out. So all of the things that we need for reliable food production are becoming much more scarce and in many cases more expensive.
So we're heading toward a crisis of biblical proportions.
Not necessarily biblical, but we will see a series of food shocks which will grow towards the mid part of the century if we don't do something about it. We've seen two shocks already, 2008, 2010, big spikes in the price of food. We have seen wars break out and we have seen governments collapse over food prices. So we're getting the warning signs now, and that situation will get worse if we don't act.
We're here with a group of chefs and restaurant operators. What can the food service industry do to ease the situation?
In particular, they can make people aware that we need to eat sustainably. Eating sustainably is a difficult thing because nobody knows what sustainable is yet. But we need to find out very, very fast. We need to send the signals to the farmers that will encourage those who farm sustainably. We need to make consumers much more aware that when they put food in their mouth, they're putting enormous quantities of water and energy and things like that in their mouth. I mean, we each eat 66 barrels of oil a year. We each eat something like 1,000 tons of water a year. So, we need to be aware of those things and the impact of them on the environment.
So the restaurateur is the educational missionary, would you say?
Well, the restaurateur is the person who sets the fashion, the person who really is at the cutting edge of defining what food is and how we enjoy it. So I think if restaurateurs are aware of these sustainability issues, they will shop more wisely and a whole lot of people will copy them. The food critics will take it on board. It'll go through the industry like wildfire. I think the restaurateurs are the leaders, though.
And could you tell us about your book?
Yeah, well, my book basically looks at that question. Can we feed the human race in the latter half of this century? And my conclusion is if we don't change some of the things that we do at the moment, we're going to find it very, very tough and we're going to suffer. And we don't want to do that. We've got plenty of time. I'm very optimistic that we can solve the problem, but we need to get focused on it.
Very good. Thank you, Julian.
Thank you.